Alright guys, Robin's full kit has been revealed, so we'll be taking a look to see how busted this unit actually is. Fortunately enough, we do have the multipliers of her kit due to the early access content creator server. However, they may still change, so do bear that in mind. Before we get into it, would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel and drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Okay, Robin is a support type character that can increase a team's damage through Concerto. That's going to be her ultimate. Activating Concerto can allow the entire team to take immediate action. While Concerto is active, additional damage will be triggered after allies attack. Additionally, after allies use their attacks, Robin additionally regenerates energy. Robin's ultimate is going to be really broken, so you would want your allies to deal as many attacks as possible to really help with Robin with regenerating energy. And the team capable of dealing a ton of attacks will be the follow-up attack team, which is her best in slot team. Moving on to the tracers now. First up is when the battle begins, this character's action is advance forward. Now the advance forward is 25%, which will be very useful in trying to make sure Robin does go first in battle. So you can see this trace as a good chunk of speed given for free only at the start of battle, which will allow you to focus more on her attack stat, which is very important over speed. Where RuanMei can activate her skill going into battle through her technique, Robin will have to pop the skill manually in battle, so a solid first trace for sure. Now the second trace is, while in the Concerto state, increases all allies crit damage dealt when launching follow-up attacks. The multiplier for the crit damage boost is 25%, which is huge for follow-up attack characters. So characters like DrRatio, Topaz, JingYuan, and even Aventurine are going to be dealing a ton more damage with this trace. Now of course when you do see this trace, you'll likely think, okay, she's made for the follow-up attack team, which is true, but it doesn't mean you can't run her on any other team. Similar to Sparkle, she has the quantum attack damage boost trace, and you tend to find her with Imbibed Lune, Acheron, and other DPS characters. So as amazing as this trace is for follow-up attack characters, do know you don't have to run that specific team. The final trace is when using the skill additionally regenerates energy. These traces are pretty simple but very effective. Of course you will want to rush Robin's ultimate as soon as possible, so gaining even more energy when you use her skill is pretty huge, especially when you pop it at the start of battle. So really you shouldn't have that much trouble in ulting very soon after the battle starts. Now let's take a look at her technique. After using the technique, create a dimension around the character that lasts for a certain period of time. Enemies within this dimension will not attack Robin and will follow Robin while the dimension is active. After entering battle while the dimension is active, Robin regenerates energy at the start of each wave. Nothing really we don't know already, and again just focusing on the ultimate. The extra bits of energy at the start of battle will just make reaching Robin's ult a lot easier, so the technique is going to be really important to use before heading into battle. Quite a lot of the kit just revolves around the ult, which should still make it easy to pop Robin's ult even outside of the follow-up attack team. The talent now will increase all allies crit damage. Also, after allies attack enemy targets, Robin additionally regenerates energy for herself. The crit damage boost will be 20% for all allies, which will be great for non-follow-up attack units, since they would now benefit from this crit damage boost, and it being 20% is a good amount given for free. This paired with the ultimate and follow-up attack units on the team, however, is going to be insane, since they would then receive 45% increased crit damage for the duration of Robin's ult. This is going to be a huge crit damage boost for follow-up attack units, so if you are running the follow-up attack team as one of your main teams, picking up Robin is somewhat essential, especially when it comes to the second part of the talent, where Robin regenerates energy after allies attack enemy targets. She gains 2 energy for each attack dealt to enemies, but if she is on the follow-up attack team, their energy will stack up quite rapidly. Of course, it's great too that it's just from allies attacks and not follow-up attacks, so it's not restricted. Going over the skill now. Increases damage dealt by all allies for a certain number of turns. The duration decreases by 1 at the start of Robin's turn. So this is literally RuanMei's skill, as it also lasts for 3 turns, minus the weakness break efficiency part. The damage increase for all allies is a massive 50%, which makes sense since RuanMei's is 32%, but she also provides weakness break efficiency. Now this skill is perfect, as we have used RuanMei's variation for quite some time now. 3 turns meaning Robin will be skill point efficient, as she doesn't need to use the skill as often, and boosting damage opposed to crit damage will make Robin viable for even dot compositions. So if there are players with Kafka and BlackSwan but no RuanMei, Robin would be a great replacement since she can boost their damage significantly. Also, she does advance the dot team forward, which can allow them to apply more debuffs, which is another benefit of running her on that team. Boosting overall damage is always better in my opinion, since it would be everything in the kit that can do more damage, so it's nice to see that the skill is making a return on Robin. Pretty much everywhere you would use RuanMei, you can now use Robin, since they are able to both provide a damage boost to the entire team. Which brings me on to the next point. If you tend to find yourself stuck between teams and wanting to run RuanMei on both, maybe for Pure Fiction or Memory of Chaos, Robin can definitely fill RuanMei's shoes now for the second team. So take that into consideration if you are thinking about pulling for her. Finally, the craziest ultimates in the game. Robin enters the Concerto state, increasing all allies' attack based on Robin's attack. After every attack launched by allies, Robin will deal additional physical damage based on her attack one time. So the damage Robin is able to deal is better than I expected. It can vary between 5 to 20k per hit, even more in some cases, which is huge coming from a support character. So you can imagine on the follow-up attack team, she will deal a good amount of these attacks and they will stack up. You could possibly see this as another skill coming from your main DPS in terms of damage. The crit rate and crit damage for this damage has fixed values, which I am really pleased with. This means you only need to focus on her attack, which is what the damage she will be dealing will scale on. The crit rate is fixed at 100% and her crit damage is fixed at 150%, which means she will be guaranteed to crit with her additional attacks. And with that crit damage, it will deal a good amount of damage, as I have mentioned what numbers she is capable of dishing out. While Concerto is active, Robin is immune to crowd control debuffs, so you can always rely on her to deal those additional attacks basically. Before Concerto ends, Robin will not enter her turn and cannot take action. So you can't actually use Robin whilst she is in the Concerto state, she will just be more focused on dealing damage and performing. A countdown for Concerto appears on the action order, so it's kinda similar to JingYuan's Lightning Lord where you can see on the side when it will take action. In Robin's case, it will show when the ult will end. A little side note for this is that if you do manage to finish the enemies before the turn ends along with the ult will remain active for another turn going into the next stage. So this is going to be very nice if you can pull off in Memory of Chaos and Pure Fiction. When the countdown starts its turn, Robin will exit the Concerto state and immediately take action. This ultimate is just really stacked. So Robin will have her turn right away after the ult ends, so you can pop a skill immediately if need be and begin to stack energy again for Robin's next ult. Just going to take a look at the light code now before I give my verdict on Robin. The wearer gains 1 stack of cancellation every time an ally attacks. Each stack of cancellation increases the wearer's regeneration rate by 3% up to 5 stacks. When the wearer uses the ultimate, removes cancellation and gains Cadenza. These names, man. Cadenza increases the wearer's attack by 48% and the team's damage by 24% lasting for 1 turn. So just one note about the damage from Robin's additional attacks on her ult. The numbers I mentioned earlier being 5 to 20k was with a 4-star light cone. So this light cone is gonna really ramp up her damage when you pop her ultimate. Not even just hers, the team gains a 24% increase in damage, which is crazy being on top of what she already provides. Also, she does gain up to 15% energy regeneration just from her allies attacking, which is seriously overkill, since majority of her kit is already helping her regenerate energy. This light cone is pretty much perfect and busted for Robin, so if you really want to overkill your Robin, go right for it. Just bear in mind, I believe we are getting a 4-star light cone that Robin can make use of when she does drop, so don't feel forced into picking up the signature if you don't want to. I know her light cone options aren't the best, so hopefully the 4-star light cone is free and will be great for Robin. Overall, Robin is an outstanding support, which I think is vital for follow-up attack teams. She will significantly boost your team's damage and deal great damage herself. Also, the entire team advance forward is just wild. For players without the follow-up attack team, if you do need a support, Robin would be a great pick still, as she does work well for dual DPS comps. Wouldn't work as efficiently as on the follow-up attack team, but will still be great. I am definitely looking forward to seeing how well she does work on the dot team, since she is very similar to RuanMei with that broken skill. I'm pretty sure a lot of you were sold already on the fact that she sings on the ultimate, so that with her kit being insane, you'll be very pleased in picking this character up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe to the channel and drop a like. Also, drop a comment on what team you will be running Robin on if you are picking her up. And yeah, hope to catch you guys later.